And I'm Aisha Frazier. This just in, the European Union has approved retaliatory measures against the U.S. for tariffs on steel and aluminum. This is reporting coming in from the New York Times. We'll have more on tariffs later, but in more local news, the U.S. government has now terminated 6 Carolina students' visas, according to the university. The university did not release the names of those students, citing privacy reasons. This all follows similar announcements from NC State and Duke in the past week.
That's right, and the student newspaper at Duke reports 3 international students found out their visas were terminated on Monday. Our Catherine Dehart is following these latest developments. Catherine, you spoke to one of the roommates of the international NC State students. What have you learned?
China's government says it will now charge an additional 50% on all imports from the United States, bringing its total rate to 84%. This increase is part of a larger back and forth between the Chinese government and the Trump administration. A 50% increase began at midnight for all Chinese goods after China refused to remove its own retaliatory tariffs. Politico China correspondent Flynn Klein said the tariffs could raise the prices of items like shoes and electronics for American consumers.
It will be absolutely not feasible for Chinese exporters to sell to the United States in the hope of making any profit.
The Trump administration initially added a 34% tariff on Chinese imports earlier this month. The Trump administration's latest round of tariffs has fueled the largest decline in the U.S. stock market since the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 4,500 points in the last 5 days, translating to approximately 11% losses for the investors across the board. President Donald Trump has defended the tariffs, stating they are necessary to address unfair trade practices and protect American industries. Chris Hostler, a financial advisor at Hilltop Wealth Advisors in Chapel Hill, says these market changes show that investors are still hoping for tariff negotiations.
The market could crash, or it could actually turn around and start to go up from here if we see some positive news in tariff war or in the economic policy front.
Coming up on Carolina Week after the break.
A fight, and we're being strategic as to how we're putting that fight up.
How immigrant communities will be targeted in a new Senate bill. And
I like to say the garden is kind of in its infancy. I guess today I should say it's more of in its toddler years.
A look at a brand new garden at UNC. All that and more when we return.
Local immigrant rights advocates are gearing up to lobby lawmakers at the North Carolina General Assembly this morning. Pueblo leaders say they have been planning the meetings with lawmakers for weeks. Now, a lot like the back and forth in the legislature, we had rain on Monday, sun today, and maybe some rain tomorrow. Our meteorologist Megan is here to tell us more.
Yeah, Aisha, we're going to be seeing...
This month, UNC's American Indian Center is opening their cultural garden. The garden aims to help conserve traditional Native American plants. It features plants like corn, beans, and squash. They are important because of their ability to grow with each other and the balanced diet they provide. The ribbon cutting on April 25th will feature free Greek food, and it'll be free to attend. Joining me from Sports Extra because Elon got their bell rung last night against the Diamond Heels. Find out how it played out after the break. Now, between the basketball transfer portal, winter sports championships, and spring sports in the AAC playing, sports reporter Emma Kane is here to break down all things Tar Heel athletics. Emma? Welcome back to Carolina Week, and now it's time for some good news. If you're driving around Raleigh, you might spot a miniature school bus with up to 20 dogs on board. Our reporter Sarah Jens is live with the Pup Park Shuttle. Sarah?
Good morning, Anchors.